Montevideo. You've got Uruguayan police raiding an apartment. They think they've found him, a really sophisticated cybercriminal. And the stuff they find, I mean, it must have looked like the real deal to them. 13 hard drives, laptops, phones, crypto wallets.
Yeah, hardware ones.
Hardware wallets, right? Even a credit card cloner, and this thing they dramatically called a guillotine. Oh, and a Guy Fawkes mask.
Sounds like a hacker movie starter kit.
Exactly. They were convinced, absolutely convinced, they'd found the nerve center of some digital menace. But here's the twist, the paradox we're diving into today. The guy they arrested, Alberto Daniel Hill, a 41-year-old cybersecurity pro, highly credentialed, over 2 decades of experience. We're talking Uruguayan government, Interpol, big companies.
So, legitimate expert.
Totally. Our mission here is to figure out how his actual work tools, the very things he needed for his job, got twisted into looking like, absolute proof of a crime he says he didn't commit. How he became basically the perfect target because the system didn't get cybersecurity. So let's unpack Alberto's background a bit. His journey starts young, age 10, with a Sinclair Spectrum Plus computer, driven by, and this is his words, innate and uncontrollable curiosity.
A classic origin story for many in tech.
Right. And by 14, he hacked a soccer game, Emilio Butragueño. But instead of doing something shady, he sends the modified code to a Spanish magazine.
Early signs of disclosure, not malice.
Exactly. He did get formal training, computer engineer, but says most of his deep knowledge was self-taught, backed up by certs like CEH, PMP, serious stuff.
Certified ethical hacker and project management professional. So, recognized qualifications.
Yeah, and he built a really solid career. 4 years consulting for the Uruguayan government, securing their systems. And get this, 2004, he does the first computer forensics work for Interpol in Uruguay on a criminal case.
Wow, that's pioneering work for the time and place.
Definitely. Then, 2016, just a year before the arrest, he leaves his corporate job, starts his own company, Cryptocurrency Services, selling Bitcoin, official reseller for Ledger hardware wallets.
Okay, so that explains the wallets and maybe some of the cash later on.
Precisely. This context is so important. So, given all that, him having these specialized tools, it wasn't weird, was it?
Not at all. It's expected for someone in his line of work, especially research and consultancy. And what's really ironic, almost tragic, is how a responsible action actually set him up for this.
How so?
Well, back around 2014, maybe 2015, he was helping his girlfriend and stumbled upon a huge security flaw on a major medical provider's website.
Okay.
And it wasn't complex. It was like username admin, password admin, full admin access.
Oh, wow. The classic mistake.
The classic, yeah. So he does the right thing, reports it straight to Uruguay's CERTU, their national computer emergency team. He even includes his own IP address. Total transparency.
And they confirmed it.
They did. They confirmed the vulnerability.
Okay, so he did everything right.
By the book. But then, fast forward 2 years, February 2017, that same medical provider gets hacked. For real this time.
Not by Hill.
No, by someone else.
Yeah.
A malicious actor who steals patient records and demands 15 Bitcoins.
Okay. And then 7 months later.
They arrest Hill. He insists any confession they got was forced, coerced, after they threatened his family.
Right, and this is where it just unravels in court, isn't it? The trial becomes about the tech itself.
Exactly. Massive misinterpretation.
That guillotine.
Yeah.
Just the normal office paper cutter.
Right.
His multiple laptops and hard drives. That was his research lab. Testing OCs, scraping data for a paper he was writing.
Standard practice for security research.
The cash and all those ledger wallets. Income and stock for his crypto business. Perfectly legit.
From cryptocurrency services, yeah.
The credit card cloner.
Yeah.
For research into chip and pin security. And the Guy Fawkes mask.
A cultural symbol, like wearing a band t-shirt almost.
Exactly. So when law enforcement just doesn't have that technical background, what happens?
Well, you see it right here. Legitimate tools become evidence. Hill was found guilty. Attempted extortion, fraudulent access. He became Uruguay's first imprisoned hacker. Spent, 8 or 9 months inside? It sounds harrowing.
Yeah.
He did eventually get out on bail, appealed 3 times, and after 4 years, his record was cleared. But the personal cost, huge.
Immense.
And the bigger issue, the chilling effect, as they call it. After Hill's case, researchers in Uruguay just stopped reporting vulnerabilities through official channels.
Because they were scared.
Terrified they'd end up like Alberto. So it becomes a lose-lose situation, right?
Yeah.
It actually harms the country's overall cybersecurity.
But Hill didn't just, fade away after this ordeal.
No, quite the opposite.
He turned it into a public campaign. Petitions, a Reddit AMA, interviews. He even wrote a book in 2020, Operation Bitcoins, Log into Hell.
He also started his own podcast, Cyber Midnight Club, and got his company, Cryptocurrency Services, back up and running, focused now on blockchain, fintech, NFTs even.
Yeah, leading a project called #Hacker137Evan, an NFT club for hackers.
So connecting this all up, his story really was, as people said, a lesson for Uruguay and the world. He's now actually advising on new cyber laws there, pushing for safe harbor rules to protect ethical researchers like him.
So his experience directly fueled change.
Absolutely. It forced a national conversation about how law, technology, and justice interact or fail to interact sometimes.
Alberto Daniel Hill's story, it's really one of resilience, isn't it? From curious kid to expert to prisoner, and now this author, entrepreneur, advocate.
Driven by that motto of his, human knowledge belongs to the world.
He really forced a reckoning. So thinking about all this, what really stands out to you from his story? And maybe more broadly, what systems do you think we might be unknowingly misinterpreting today? What's the potential cost if we don't get it right?